Hello, welcome to the video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some gameplay that got sent to me with a Meloetta in the Open Master League. This Pokemon got a double buff. We already took a look at this Pokemon in the Open Ultra League, where it was surprisingly strong. And today we're going to have here some Master League gameplay, which I'm really excited for. So thanks so much for sending in those battles. And also sorry for the others, because I actually had, after the last video where I asked for gameplay, 3 people sending me in gameplay with Meloetta. So thanks so much for this one. I hopefully can also showcase Keldeo still. Someone sent me in something as well, but it just didn't work as much. But if you also still have Keldeo gameplay so far, I'm still looking forward. Would really appreciate it, because both Pokemon are really strong now, and it is kind of important to see as well which mythical Pokemon do you want to build for this season. And here we're going to have a very interesting team with the Kyurem White and also the Solgaleo and of course the Meloetta. I would assume that Meloetta is your safe stop for this team, but I'm not too sure about that either. Let's find out here. We're going to have the Rock Wrecker from the Rhyperior come in. They're going to have the Primarina in the back. You can go for the Ice Burn. Maybe you're going to even get the drop. I think it's a defense drop that you can get here. Let's see. You are not getting the drop. But we have here Psyshock, which is funnily enough, like, there's by the way a link down below where you can send in your own battles under every video, so definitely just check that one out, and then you can send in your own battles as well if you want me to showcase them. But I think they did it on a phone, because they autocorrect made Psyshock to Paycheck, which was also a cool move. Like, would we cool move maybe for like Meowth or something as a move? But anyways, of course, Psyshock. Here we're going to be able to go for the full farm down. In comes the Rhyperior, which is going to go down to this very strong mythical Pokemon. Kyurem Black against Kyurem White. Who's gonna win this one? It's Kyurem White usually, so that is why they swap out. This is why they swap out into a Florges. I'm sorry, my friend, but Florges is not going to enjoy the matchup now against Solgaleo. I think this form of Solgaleo, like not the Necrozma form basically, is going to have a lot more play this season, because you're going to have a lot of fun with that great typing of yours, as you're going to be able to resist the fast move of, for example, Kyurem White, but also you're still going to have some solid damage output there against the Kyurem Black. And I guess both forms are kind of cool. Both the Solgaleo and the Necrozma, like fused with the Solgaleo, both of them are going to be very solid. We have a Ho-Oh here in the back, which is quite a rare occasion. Usually you see it in the lead. And we see the swap out now into the Kyurem. Look at the fast move pressure. Thanks to the debuffs onto the Ho-Oh, it does so much damage. We see the move getting through here. You're going to let the move go through as well. They swap out into the Kyurem again. And you're going to use your Meloetta here. I'm not too sure if this was actually the right call, but I guess you're going to be able to resist the fast move here, which is kind of cool. They go straight for the Fusion Bolt, which you can let go through. A very nice counting from you. And we will see here the Psyshock is going to be able to get the shield from the opponent. You can go back up to another Dazzling Gleam. This round, you're going to go for the Dazzling Gleam as well, which is going to be an interesting choice, as this will definitely knock them out. You have to be a bit mindful, because I still have the Ho-Oh in the back. And as you'll see here, Dazzling Gleam is going to connect. They swap onto the Ho-Oh and they decide to forfeit here. I have no idea, by the way, about the battles. Again, this is going to be the first time I'm actually going to look at them, as we want to have here my honest reaction towards it. Here we're going to see the Meloetta against the Palkia. This Pokemon is going to go for the Spatial Render. Great shield from you, and we're going to see here the bait. Let's see if the bait is going to work out for you. It is not, but it doesn't really matter too much, because you're going to be able to kind of outspeed them there anyway. Psyshock is coming through, and you have some solid bulk on the Meloetta as well. You have Stab on the fast move, Stab on the charge move, and you could even use a shield here and just fully farm them down, which I think is exactly what you're going to do here. I don't think that a double Awkward Tail is going to come through here. No, it's going to be a Spatial Rend. And with this, we're going to see the Tapu Bulu coming back in, and you're going to be able to align your Solgaleo now, which is going to be a very cool thing, because what you see here is going to be a combo play later on. You're going to see the Solgaleo coming in against this Pokemon most likely, and then you're going to be able to still have Psychic Fangs against whatever they have in the back, which is going to be very good, because you can just debuff them. But actually we don't see that, because they swap into their own Kyurem Black. You can go into your Kyurem White most likely, as it's going to be the better matchup. And you just need to get some fast move pressure in here, to be fair. Like, it doesn't really matter what the opponent going to do. You can go for a Fusion Flare if you want to. You gotta try to catch the move, which is cool. I think it's going to work out no matter what. They go for the Free Shock, which is kind of interesting play, because the other move is neutral. This is going to be resisted. But of course, thanks to the stab, it's going to do a lot more damage. And as you see here, it is, Kyurem against the Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu goes down, and Kyurem goes down as well. Kyurem White against Kyurem White. Like, the Kyurems are a little bit too strong currently, I feel like. I feel like both of them could, kind of deal with a bit of a nerf. Like, I don't really want to sound like the other person that's like, oh, everything has to get nerfed or whatever. But both of them are very, very overpowered currently. Like, both of them are so above everything else in the current meta, which is kind of wild. That, yeah, maybe you're going to see something in the future. But here we see a defense drop, which actually would allow you to align yourself, and that's exactly what you're going to try to do. Fusion Flares can be through, you can go for the full farm down, and thanks to the defense drop from the Ice Burn, you're going to be able to go for the wrong move here. That is kind of unfortunate. They are going to use a shield though, so it doesn't really matter. You of course would have had the chance of dropping the opponent's defense there as well again, but it's a 30% chance. So we're going to have the crossbow against, yeah, Solgaleo, which is a very funny matchup here. Let's see if they're going to have the Dark Pulse. They have Outrage and most likely Steel type move, which is going to be very good because now you can go for the defense or drop here with these Psyfangs and do some solid damage with your fast move as well. Another Psyfangs is coming through. This Psychic Fangs. Why should I say Psyfangs? Psychic Fangs coming through here. You're going to be able to go for the full farm down as well as the opponent goes. Still for another charge move. Outrage is going to knock you out, but I think a quick attack down is possible here. We see the Dazzling Gleam coming through, getting buffed this season, doing a little bit less damage, but you get there so much faster, allowing you to put them into farm down range. Can you survive a spatial rant here? You can. Can you farm them down in time? You can with 1 HP. Do you see again on why this Pokemon is so insanely strong? We will see the KO here and we can move on to the next battle. Next up, we're going to have Rhyperior in the lead. That's going to be a very solid matchup for you as they have super effective fast move pressure. But it's going to change quite fast because you have the Kyurem against you. You could have maybe swapped out into your own Solgaleo quite faster because then the fusion... never mind. We don't really care too much about it then now. You could use a shield. I think it's... Okay, what? Why do they go for Ice Burn? Why did they not go for the coverage move, which would be super effective and would have done a ton of damage? I have no idea. I would have actually went for the Iron Head here if I was you. And that is the reason why. I expected that they would no-shield this one. But yeah, that's going to be a bit more awkward now for you because, yeah, you don't have them as low as you could have had them. They're going to have some energy stored now. But at least you're going to still get that Ice Fang through. And if they stay in here, which they very likely won't, yeah, sadly you didn't see how much damage it does. It would have done definitely a lot of damage. And we're going to have now the Palkia against the Meloetta. This might be actually the first loss of this video. I don't know if they send in losses. I don't know what is happening here anyway. I just want to showcase the Meloetta here. And I was very happy about all the battles. They sent me actually even a few more battles. I cut off to be like around 16 minutes. Yeah, I think that's going to showcase enough of Meloetta and showcase they definitely should build it. Like, this Pokemon is very, very strong, which you see here again. Like, Meloetta gets to another move here. This Pokemon has amazing bulk, has amazing stats. Getting up to nearly 4,500 CP as well is absolutely crazy. We will see the shield coming through here. You kind of have to because otherwise you're going to go down. Breaking Swipe is going to drop your attack, which might actually help you because now you can go for that Ice Burn. And this allowed you to get enough energy to get the KO now here. So actually the debuff maybe came in clutch. But then again, they had like 1 HP, so I think also the other move would have done enough damage. Anyway, we're going to have here the swap out into the Meloetta as a say-so, and oh, look at this, a Dragon type against that Dazzling Gleam. I don't think that's going to work out that well, but we will see the shield coming up from the opponent, and you can just go for a shield and get another shield from them. I could see this being in the play. Alcon coming through. You can just go for the Dazzling Gleam. Afterwards, you're not going to be able to align yourself, though. That's going to be a bit of an issue. They're going to be able to go for an Alcon Tail. They're going to outspeed you very likely, so you have to let the move go through. Or not. Am I wrong? Oh, I am apparently wrong because I decided to stop out of here, so I guess the pacing is a bit different. I thought they would have been able to get there for sure. But anyway, we have no Charm against Steel-type Pokemon. You may be... actually, I think it's going to be fine here. I think you can just go for the Psychic Fangs and just knock them out. You're going to overfarm by quite a bit. That's actually really good for you, though. Because now, even if they want to come back into their Palkia, you can just go for another Psychic Fangs and you should be able to get the K. Oh, you don't. That is a little bit too much health still left. They go for the Aqua Tail, it doesn't knock you out at all. Psychic Fangs can be through. They have Tapu Bulu in the back. That is going to be great for you because you have still the Ice Fang user here with the Kyurem. You can take a hit here as well, so you're gonna be able to go for the full farm down. Still get to most likely the Fire type move at least against the Palkia, and I think they just forfeit here. Yes, they do. Next battle. Horrible lead for you. You're gonna swap out. Oh, you're gonna stay in. True, you have to stay in here. Meloetta is also completely weak to this Pokemon, so yeah, your only play is to stay in here. You're gonna try to go into the 2-shield scenario. Outrage coming through. That is going to be great to know already what kind of moves that they have. Very likely Dark Pulse, Outrage. Like, that's the thing as well for this Pokemon. From the Crossbar, a lot of people run completely different stuff. Okay, they let this Pokemon go down. That is fine. You can go back into your Meloetta. You maybe want to use a shield here, actually. Okay, we let the Spatial Rent go through. It's gonna do a ton of damage. Yeah, we know that we still survive in it. We know that we can still go for 2 Psyshocks, so I guess it makes a lot of sense here. This is going to get them kind of low. They swap out into their own Kyurem. But it's gonna be a close one. I'm not too sure if we're gonna be able to win this one. We see the shield now against the Psyshock, and you have to, of course, go into the Solgaleo, but again, they're going to have these super effective hits against you. You're going to try to go up to an Iron Head. You let the move go through. It is going to be Fusion Flare this time around, and it does a ton of damage. To the point where you have to go for an Iron Head now. Do you have some energy still? Oh, they let the move go through. Okay, you're still going to have to use a shield here, though. I think you're going to lose this one. Let's see. They still have the Palkia, they still have a shield. Can you outspeed them? Can you outspeed them to 2 Fire-type moves here? Let's find out. You cannot. Absolutely. They're low, though. Maybe Fire Spin? Double resisted Fire Spin? Maybe can come clutch here. Let's find out. It cannot. Anyway, next opponent. The Rhyperior. This is going to be a matchup where, yeah, you're going to be able to kind of win this in the 2-shot scenario just because of the pure damage that you do with your fast move. So, what we have to see here is that the opponent goes for the Breaking Swipe. That is fine. Oh, you're gonna get the attack drop onto your 50% chance here to get the attack drop. Is going to change matchup kind of completely. But in this case, you still should be able to farm them down. Actually, I think without the debuff, you might have been able to farm them down here already before they would get to the Rock Wrecker. For sure. But it is what it is. You can still go for an Ice Burn. And the best thing here is you can align yourself. And this is actually the most important thing. Ice Burn is gonna get the... Okay, you don't actually want to align yourself. Just want to swap out straight into the Meloetta, which has, of course, access to the Dazzling Gleam, which is going to do a lot of damage. But are they going to swap? They don't swap. That is going to be... oh, they did swap. They swapped into a Kyurem, which is totally fine for you. Dazzling Gleam is going to come through. They have Ice Fang here, though. You can still survive them. Meloetta's bulk is ridiculous. Like, why is this Pokemon so strong all of a sudden? Getting a double buff in one season is ridiculous for this Pokemon and completely changes it. We will see here, of course, now the Solgaleo coming in. You might have to try to catch a move here, though, because... I don't know. Is Spatial Rent actually doing more damage than the Aquatail? I do not think so. You try to catch the move, didn't work out. You don't get the free fast move in here as well, which is going to be even more annoying because you should have. It is going to be a Spatial Rent. He still survived another hit though. Oh, that looked like you're always kind of getting denied the fast move a little bit there, but it's okay. Aquatail coming in. We will see the Psychic Fang still coming through. Solgaleo is definitely a Pokemon that I want to build as well. Kind of like a Mythical because it has never been released in raids. So, next up, we're going to have Mewtwo, Shadow Mewtwo here. You could try to catch a move, because Meloetta usually is going to be able to completely hardwall Mewtwo's moveset, as Side Strike as well as Shadow Ball will be resisted, and Fast Move, at least, of Quick Attack still does neutral damage, and Dazzling Gleam does neutral damage, so you could just try to catch the move here, but you decide to just go into the 2-shot scenario. This is why Mewtwo needs an update. Like, this Pokemon is just not really good enough for the current meta. Like, that's the thing, for sure not really good enough for the current meta. But here we'll see Kyurem against you, and we can see as well that the Ice Beam is coming through, and you can swap out into your Solgaleo. Solgaleo takes super effective damage from the fast move, but the Hunting charge move is going to be resisted, which makes this the better answer, but we see the Psychic Fangs coming through for the reason that they know that they wouldn't get to the Iron Head here, which is a very smart play. We will see that they let the move go through here as well. Fusion Bolt is going to connect, and we have, you know, the Kyurem White getting the KO against the Mewtwo. Let's see what's coming in next. It's going to be very likely the Kyurem again, and we see the swap out now, catching the move onto the Meloetta, which makes it most likely a victory for you. They decide to... That must have been an undercharge. Free Stroke would have done way more damage usually. Yveltal coming in, they try to get the farm down again, so that's why it was an undercharge. So it was actually correct that it was the undercharge from the opponent. Does it win them the game? I think it might have does. Like, maybe does he actually knock them out? Let's see. Like, I don't think that the Psyshock is going to be enough. It is not, and so they don't get to the move here. And this was a very smart play by the opponent. Very well executed. Yveltal going to get the KO, and we can move on to the final battle of today. Go is going to be swapping out here. I actually do understand it a little bit, because I guess the U outspeed them. And you have super effective coverage at least, but still interesting play there. Just interesting to play Go, generally speaking. But yeah, we have here Raw of Time coming through, doing some solid damage. But again, Solgaleo is so bulky, it's bulkier than the Necrozma version of it, basically. And so here we will see the Psychic Fangs coming through. We have the fast move coming in as well soon. But you wanna, I don't think you need, I don't think you really need to use a shield here. You're gonna be able to go back into the Kyurem. And let's see on how this is going to battle out. We're gonna have the Golden Go coming back in here again, and they have Astonish, not Hex. Hex is an alternative option right now as well, giving you more charge move pressure because you just get there way faster. But let's see, you could have tried to catch a move here as well, because Shadow Ball is going to be resisted. They're very likely going to go for that, exactly. And you can go for another Fusion Flare here, but luckily you're going to get them kind of low, which is really needed with the Pokemon that you have in the back. Because if you don't get them low, it's going to be a bit tricky. They all stop out here. It's going to be the Kyurem. I don't think that Meloetta has it. I honestly don't believe that Meloetta has it to win this battle. But let's see if I'm going to be wrong. We're going to see a free show coming through. It is not going to get the drop here, which is really important. You're going to overpower by quite a bit, and Dazzling Gleam is going to connect. Super effective hit, but non-stab. And it is not going to be enough to knock them out, but you can go for the full Fountain. And with this, we see that Meloetta is going to have it. Even a Focus Boss in this range is going to be the Dazzling Gleam. It's not going to be enough. We see the Psyshock coming in. This is going to allow you to get them very low and the fast move down. Even though it is triple resisted, it's going to be enough. And this is going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Thanks so much for staying in the battles, and I will see you then. Bye bye.